What up, everybody? Holy shit, man. Holy shit. I knew when I made that video last night, man. Or was it this morning? It was like this morning at like 2 o'clock in the morning or something. Like I knew it. Something was telling me to make a video called What If Brendan Allen Shocks the World. You can go back in my channel and you could see. I'll put it in the description for you. Look, this was crazy. This was crazy. The whole... Every now and then you need a shake up. The emotions. This is why we love UFC, man. The emotion. The emotional roller coaster. Everybody, just when you expect something to happen, right? We expect Reinier De Ridder to come in here and handle Brendan Allen. And then womp, womp, womp. The complete opposite happens. What a fucking... This was Brendan Allen's best performance by far. He followed his game plan to a T. Best game plan by far. And Brendan Allen knew. He knew that being on the floor with Reinier De Ridder, he wasn't going to have a problem. He wasn't going to have a problem. Right? And so while he struggled with the takedowns early, don't get me wrong. Like, it wasn't like Reinier De Ridder didn't have any success. But Brendan Allen remained calm. Not one time. You watch that first round again. Not one time did you see a panicky Brendan Allen on the ground. He had, he had hooks in, right? He locked that body triangle. Brendan Allen just casually rolls to the side where the lock is on the body lock, putting pressure on that knee, right? He knew exactly how to move. The reversals. Take your time. Wait for a little bit of space to open up. Reversal. He was calm. The confidence of Brendan Allen. I watched him in a press conference yesterday, and I saw the confidence. And like something said, go make a video. What if Brendan Allen shakes up the MMA world and beats Reinier De Ridder? Just when our emotions are saying, yes, Reinier De Ridder versus Hamzat, Reinier De Ridder versus DDP, Reinier De Ridder versus nah, bruh. No. Brendan Allen threw a wrench in our game plan and what we wanted to see. This is why when things like this happen, because, again, Fluffy went in there and he handled Brendan Allen. This is why when things like this happen, it throws such a wrench in it. Because now, what happens here? Brendan Allen lost to Fluffy. Fluffy is on the outside now looking in. Do they run it back? Do they give, Brendan Allen's now beat somebody in the top 5. Do they give him a DDP next? DDP didn't want the Hamzat fight right away. Does he take another grappler in a Brendan Allen to kind of, maybe prepare himself for a Hamzat again in a rematch, maybe? The shake up. This is why we love MMA, because now what? Fucking now what, bruh? Like, what do we do now? This is the beauty of the sport. Like, I'm freaking out right now because it's like, we didn't expect this to happen. Of course, I said it yesterday in my video, the cooler story. What is the cooler story? Let's get Reinier De Ridder to that championship fight. Let's see those scrambles with Hamzat. But now we know Hamzat would fuck him up. And in fact, Anthony Hernandez would do this nigga dirty, bro. He would do him real dirty. He would do him dirty. And so we need like these moments, man. I know this isn't even like a pay-per-view or anything, but I don't even know why I'm so hype. It's maybe just because I saw it and something told me to make that video last night. Something told me to make the video. What if Brendan Allen shocks the world? And this is what Brendan Allen has done tonight. His best performance by far. By far, it's not even close. Not even close, man. Not even freaking close. This was his best performance. You know what? This card in itself was an interesting one. Let me actually go back through here and see what we got. So Brendan Allen, Reinier De Ridder, we know how that ended. TKO. Mike Malott, Kevin Holland, upset. Aieman Zahabi versus Marlon, Chito Vera, Manon. Also, you got finish there. For the Cal Nelson fight was crazy. Dober fight was crazy. Aoriqileng was crazy. This was kind of a wild card. So let's see. We got okay, let's see. The women's fights lately have been just ending in knockouts or finishes. Like Melissa Croden. How impressive did she look? That's a big woman, by the way. That is a big woman. Okay? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 finishes on tonight. Like these cards lately have been just very, very entertaining. 9 finishes tonight. 9 finishes, man. Listen, man. I am very, very, very hyped for what's to come now. I mean, if we think about it, right? So who do we give Reinier De Ridder now? I mean, you could still make him versus DDP, but I think, man, is the better fight Brendan Allen versus DDP now? You know what I mean? What do we do with Reinier De Ridder now? See, here's the thing, though. Reinier De Ridder has won 4 of his last 5. All inside of a year. He's had 5 fights. You know, I think we do have to reward him in some way, shape, or form, man. This guy thugged it out this year. He was a thug this year, man. And this was a very, very impressive year, regardless of what happens. You know, maybe this was a burnout. You know, I'd like to see Reinier De Ridder take some time. Take some time, you know, and come back in and get back on it, because, you know, he is a little bit older, but, you know, for you to be fighting 5 times, I mean, he clearly gassed in this fight. Because if you saw what happened in the first 2 rounds, Reinier De Ridder controlled Brendan Allen. Took him down, leg sweeps, you know, trips, hip throws. I mean, he was controlling Brendan Allen, you know, and I thought early, man, it looks like Reinier De Ridder is going to do what Reinier De Ridder does and just see who's going to get the finish. But he couldn't find that submission. That's clearly what he was looking for. He was looking to dominate, show that he was the more superior grappler on the floor. He was looking to dominate, but couldn't find the finish. Brendan Allen just remained composed, cerebral, just knew it in his head. He's like, all I have to do is remain calm here, remain calm. I mean, Reinier De Ridder came out like a bat out of hell. The first round came out, blitzed him, gave him no space, swarmed him, landing those knees that he likes to land. You know, in both the first and second round, getting that double leg in the first and second round. You know what I'm saying? Third round comes out, gets the takedown again. I think Brendan Allen had reversals in both the second and third round, where he would reverse on the ground. He ended the second round on top, landing vicious elbows. I mean, RDR had hematoma on his head. I mean, the third round comes around, he did that slick reversal where he turns him to him and just elbows, ink, elbows, man, eating them up, man. So much fun. The scrambles. I love high level grappling. I love watching high level grappling. I know a lot of people don't like that, but I like it. I like it, man. When 2 high level grapplers come in, you see a Reinier De Ridder dominating early. He gasses out, slows down a little bit, and then you start to see Brendan Allen. Now, when Brendan Allen is on top, that top pressure is something else, man. Something else. He has amazing top pressure. And you saw that. The 4th round comes out, Brendan Allen comes in, scoops Buddy up, gets in on a double leg, picks Reinier De Ridder up off the ground, slams him. Now, here's how exhausted Reinier De Ridder was dealing with a Brendan Allen. The 3rd round, he couldn't even get up off the ground in between rounds. The ref almost stopped the fight. Now, I think the ref stopped the fight because Brendan, you know, he was asking Reinier De Ridder, like, can you continue? And like, Reinier De Ridder was so gassy, he literally couldn't even respond. 4th round, the ref said, nah, we're not doing this. Stop the fight. TKO. That was that was one of the more impressive performances. I think I'm mixing up the rounds. I think he got the double leg. Brendan Allen got the double leg takedown in round 3, and then the start of round 4 is when the ref called it off, I believe. But holy cow, man. Very, very impressed, man. I am very, very impressed with Brendan Allen on this one. This is by far his best performance to date. Best performance to date. Yeah, the division is shooken up now. So when you think about it, right, who are the players now? So you got a Brendan Allen back in the mix. You got Reinier De Ridder in the mix. You got DDP. Nasruddin's going to get the next title shot. Anthony Hernandez is right there. Man, do we make an Anthony Hernandez versus a DDP? Do we make an Anthony Hernandez versus a Brendan Allen again? This is a very tough one right here, man. What makes sense? You know what I mean? It's just so crazy. I think Anthony Hernandez is what we want to see because of what he did to Brendan Allen already. I think Anthony Hernandez might make sense. Ah, man. Do you just give Anthony Hernandez a title shot? You know what I mean? This is just there's a lot of things that could happen here, man. A lot of things that could happen here. All right, but listen, hey, big win for Brendan Allen, man. This is a big win for him. His best win of his career. We have to take our hats off to Brendan Allen. I'm very I have a lot of criticisms for some of his decision making in his fight sometimes. Even in my prediction, I did not pick Brendan Allen to win this fight. I did not pick him to win because of his decision making in key moments. But this tonight was, I mean, just a masterful performance. Stay calm. Weather the storm early. You know, Reinier De Ridder wanted to come out and make a statement. Weather that storm. Let him gas himself out, and then you take over as the fight goes. Those reversals, those landing those elbows when on top, pulling his head in, making him very uncomfortable, and then slamming elbows right into his head. The hematomas on Reinier De Ridder's head. Beautiful performance by Brendan Allen, man. Beautiful to watch. Very. Listen, am I happy? I'm not a huge Brendan Allen fan, but I'm happy. I like when things don't go as expected, because now this is like a wrench in Reinier De Ridder's game. It's not saying that he has no chance to get back to the top. One more win against a top guy, and he's right back there. One more win. You know what I'm saying? Do we give Reinier De Ridder a Sean Strickland? Do we give a Brendan Allen Sean Strickland again? Do we give one of these guys DDP? I mean, like, you know what I mean? There are so many different ways this can go. And so I'm loving middleweight right now. I'm loving middleweight right now, man. Loving it. So we're gonna go on to the next fight. I can't keep talking about the same fight. I'm gonna go on to the next fight. So listen, we got Mike Malott versus Kevin Holland. I'm gonna say this, man. I'm getting sick of like Kevin Holland. Don't fight, bro. If you can't take the pain of the nut shot, just, dude, you fight like every other fight. Just tell the ref you can't fucking fight. Take the DQ win or no contest or whatever the fuck it is, and come back, man. So now you're going in there and you're risking a win. You lost this fight because you were fucking around with your private parts for the whole fight. And you hurt Mike Malott early. You hurt him early. You could have, even in the second round, you bloodied up his nose, busted up his nose, hurt him badly in the second round. You see what I'm saying? I don't like when, and then the ref didn't even take a fucking point, man. This is the like, we have to get like some sort of like concrete, like, yo, you hit somebody in the nuts and they go down that bad. I forgot what other fight there was a nut shot in. It was a Drew Dober versus whoever the frick he fought. Who did he fight again? A Prepolec. When Drew Dober kicked Prepolec in the penis, and Prepolec, and they took a point from Drew Dober. Drew Dober did come back and still knocked him out and TKO'd him, but still, the point being is the ref took a point. They gotta remain consistent with these things. This fight was clearly impacted by that nut shot, and we have Mike Malott parading out here like he won that fight, and he won the fight, and he probably could have still won the fight if it wasn't for the nut shot, but because both guys hurt each other in the first round, but that nut shot clearly impacted this fight, man. We probably would have went on to seeing Kevin Holland win this fight if it wasn't for that nut shot. We probably would have saw that. You know what I'm saying? So for this fight to end the way it did, I don't like that, man. They got to do something about these nut shots. They really, really do. Okay? Very upset about it, as you can tell. But, you know, Kevin Holland, that's 2 losses in a row now, man. You lost to D-Rod. Mike Malott, now you lose to Mike Malott. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, on a night like tonight, you take that DQ win, man. Take that DQ win. You were clearly impacted the whole fight by this. You know what I'm saying? And this is because, like, for me, it's like, it makes me, it like kind of pisses me off because, like, Kevin Holland's entire career, I'm just like, had you taken your career seriously, had you, it's just, to see him going down like this, it's like, it's not a surprise is what I'm trying to say. I'm just not surprised. Like, I'm surprised he didn't quit. Like, I'm very surprised he wasn't like, all right, well, I can't continue. We've seen him quit before. You know what I mean? So for him to, like, try and thug it out, it's just like, come on, bro. Now's not the time. You're gonna fight next week anyway. With all, you know, this is like his 5th fight this year. Anyways, man, like, Mike Malott got that win. I actually got that right. I picked Mike Malott to win, so I should be happy, but I'm not because I don't like these nut shots. They gotta get consistent with taking a point. That was, matter of fact, that was the second nut shot of the fight. The one that really crippled Kevin Holland. That was the second one of the fight. Why are we not calling that? Why are we not taking a point for that? Come on, man. We gotta do better. Do better, ref. On to the next. We got Aieman Zahabi versus Chito Vera. Now, this was an interesting fight because I just think that watching this fight, Chito is so slow. Why is he so slow? Like, Aieman Zahabi looked like he was 2 speeds ahead of him the whole fight, except for the first round where you know, and then the second round where it's like, what, Chito, why are you not blitzing in to, like, put this guy away? Like, you gotta unload the tank, bro. Like, he's like picking his shots. He hit Aieman Zahabi with some nice body shots, a couple of combinations, and ripped to the body. It's like, dude, you gotta keep that onslaught going. Aieman Zahabi was out on his feet. For you to allow him to recover and literally win, almost steal the round at the end of the second round. Chito Vera clearly won the second round, but Aieman Zahabi almost like finished the round very strong, swarmed Chito Vera with a barrage of punches. It's like, dude, you have to do better. You have to know. It's like Chito Vera just doesn't have a sense of urgency. I said this in my prediction video. He just does not have a sense of urgency. He has no sense of urgency, man. And this is why he lost his fight. He had this man out on his feet in the second round, and you let him come back, and you let him win the third. The first round was way too close. You have your hand raised, you idiot, at the end of the fight. It's like, I mean, I get it. You landed the most damaging shot of the round, of the fight. You know what I'm saying? The first round was close. Second round, you won easily. The third round, it was a toss-up. The first and third round were very close rounds. You have to press it in that second round. You have to get that boy out of there, man. This is the problem with Chito Vera his entire career. I'm going to start slow and build as the fight goes on. When you have a guy in Aieman Zahabi, and I said this in my prediction video, Aieman Zahabi came out swinging early. Combinations, landing, hiding behind that, throwing behind that weird Philly shell thing that he does. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, you have to. Cheeto just needs some sense of urgency, man. They need to like your coaches in between rounds need to start telling you, like, yo, pick it up, man. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you had this man out on his feet in the second round and didn't finish fight is crazy to me. Crazy, because you had that fight. Aieman Zahabi was clearly rocked and hurt. Blitz him and swarm him. You have cardio. It's not like you're... It's like literally Aieman Zahabi wasn't throwing a single punch back at this dude. He wasn't throwing a single punch back at this dude. Empty the tank, bro. You're sitting here in front of this guy picking your shots. You're picking your shots. So you don't even have a sense of urgency when you have someone hurt. How are you ever going to win? I should have never picked you. This is why I'm mad. I got this one wrong, okay? This is why I'm mad. I got this one wrong. Cheeto's just so frustrating to watch. Like, you're afraid of Aieman Zahabi knocking you out, bro. Who has Aieman Zahabi knocked out? Throw, man. You have the most ironclad chin in the UFC, right? And you're out there afraid of getting hit by Aieman Zahabi, bro? Afraid to throw punches? One of the things that Cheeto did that was really frustrating in this fight, it's like, these fighters don't know how to cage cut, man. He's chasing Aieman Zahabi around the ring. Aieman Zahabi, he moves. He's very lateral with his movement. He's not going to stand in front of you. Cut him off. Cage cut. The chasing around the octagon throws me off so bad. I don't understand it. Cage cut, man. You're not the faster fighter. You're slow. You're a slow dude. You walk out of the ring at the end of the fight when you lose. And I get it. You know, because you landed the most significant strike. You rocked him badly. But at the same time, bro, it's like you're taking your time when you have a dude out on his feet in front of you. You have him hurt. You have no sense of urgency to finish a fight. How are you going? Like, I mean, how are you mad at this? You deserve to lose because of that. You had the chance to finish a guy. You didn't finish the guy, so you deserve to lose. Period. Very, 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 very frustrating to watch that fight, man. Because it's like you had a chance to win the fight, bro. On to the man, Cheeto, man, listen. Like, and you know, honestly, Cheeto, I don't know where you go from here, man. You know? Because it's like, come on, dude. You had to fight. And Aieman Zahabi, I mean, he's not bad, but he's like, he's the type of style that you should walk through, to be honest. He doesn't have crazy power. And you're like afraid to throw. Sure, he's faster than you, but cut the cage, man. Throw punches when you have him hurt. You had a chance to win this fight. I'm done. Jasmine Jourdain versus Manon Fiorot. I got this one right. Fiorot knocks Jasmine the fuck out. Like, Jasmine, Manon is a monstrous woman. Is that a woman? Like, honestly, is that a woman? She's huge, bro. Very, very large woman. She landed a jab and put Jasmine out on her feet, dude. Drops Jasmine and rains down ground and pound. Very, very easy fight for Manon. I mean, put Jasmine out bad, you know. Listen, I got this one right. Listen, I will tell you this. I like Jasmine Jourdain better than Manon, but Manon's just a big woman, man. And I said it, Manon's gonna have the striking advantage. She's gonna have the striking advantage, man, and that's what she did. She came out there, struck her on the feet, hurt her badly, and finished the fight. You know, did what she's supposed to do, to remain in the top 3 in that division. Jasmine gets a loss. You know, maybe a Jasmine versus a Rose Namajunas I'd like to see Rose versus Alexa Grasso, to be honest. They need to make that fight. I don't know why they're not making that fight. But Jasmine, she's still good, man. But Manon stays in the top. Maybe if Zhang Weili beats Valentina, then we see Manon rematch or something like that. Maybe a rematch between We'll see, we'll see what happens in the division, but this is a good win for Manon, a first round TKO. And again, listen, the women fights have been crazy. This is like, what, another TKO? I think there was like another woman's finish on this card too. Yeah, another woman's fight was ended in a finish on this fight card. So the women have been showing out, man, lately. They've been kind of like evolving. How are we seeing the evolution of a women's MMA? Maybe. On to the next. We got Crafty Davey Grant. Crafty Davey Grant versus Charles Jourdain. And boy, was I wrong here. Yeah, Charles Jourdain is fast, man. He's good, man. He landed that jump knee out of nowhere. And he, not out of nowhere, because he was doing it. He was setting it up the whole fight. Davey Grant has this thing where he like leans, like he throws these looping shots. And I should have seen this, but he throws this looping shots and ducks his head. Now this is, and to be fair, this is the best Charles Jourdain has looked. In my opinion, this is the best he's looked. He was swift, fast. That jumping knee came out of nowhere. I was like, my goodness, man. Beautiful jumping knee. Drops Davey Grant. Hurts him badly, right? The whole fight pretty much styled on Davey Grant. This is the first time I saw Davey Grant's age. Like, he just looked old. You know what I mean? Charles Jourdain clearly looked like the younger, fresher, better striker in there. Showed levels, man. Showed levels. Like, Davey Grant had nothing for Charles Jourdain. Submitted him in the first round via guillotine. That was that thing was so tight. I thought Davey Grant's head was gonna pop off. Good win by Charles Jourdain. I was wrong. I just thought that something told me that Davey Grant was gonna just be crafty and was gonna come in here and do, be crafty. And maybe not win the first round, but just as the fight went on, just kind of picked up and started getting his flow state. And it just never happened, man. Charles Jourdain was sharper. He was throwing the better strikes. And got a dominant first round submission. This is the second one in a row. So obviously the Manon one was the first round. This one was the first round. This card was pretty interesting, man. A lot of finishes on here, and there's been a lot of finishes lately. We had 9 finishes last week on the card. 9. You know what I mean? So this week we have 9 out of 12. 9 out of what? 13 were finishes. So, good win by Charles Jourdain. Good win. I got this one wrong, man. I was 6 and 7 tonight on picks. Did fucking horrible on picks. Did fucking horrible, man, on picks. Kyle Nelson versus Matt Frevola. I got this one wrong too. Listen, Matt Frevola got his ass whooped. Okay, he got his ass whooped. Now the fight starts. Both of these men are doing, I don't know what the hell is happening in this fight. These men are both whiffing at air, swinging wild. It was very clear that someone was going to die. Immediately into the fight, you're like, okay, someone is going to get finished today. Someone's going to get finished. Because they were both swinging these wild looping overhands, missing everything. No one was hitting each other. Like, it was so crazy at first. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like the first 15 shots both men threw, I don't think anybody landed anything. You know what I mean? Matt Frevola gets a takedown. He gets Nelson's back. You know what I'm saying? Nelson works his way back up. But there were times throughout the first round where Nelson would just sneak these head kicks up. And like, he's extremely flexible, because I'm talking about like in the clinch, this man was like throwing up freaking head kicks. It was crazy. Body to body, he's throwing up head kicks. And I'm like, whoa, coming very close to landing them. And and he catches him with the head kick, and then I think he drops him with like an overhand right. Now, I'm like, fudge. I mean, listen, I said this in my prediction video. Frevola's killer be killed, man. He's a killer be killed dude. The fight's gonna end in TKO one way or another, right? So he drops Frevola, and he's landing hard ground and pound, and the ref steps in before the bell rings and stops the fight. And yeah, I'm like, all right, damn, Frevola got knocked out by first round KO, and out of nowhere, the ref's like, oh no, I thought the round was over, and it's like, bro, like I feel like this is like, I think this happened recently too, not too long ago, but it's like, dude, Frevola is out, man. You took away a first round KO, a potential bonus from Kyle Nelson. That's money to feed his family. What if Nelson would have lost his fight? You know what I mean? It's like these things, like they gotta tighten up the reffing, man. They gotta tighten up with the reffing, because this could have been a bad night for Kyle Nelson. You know what I mean? So the fight continues, and Kyle Nelson just in the second round, third round, just resumes to beating the shit out of Frevola. I mean, teeps to the body, fucking him up to the body, like beating his body up. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Like leg body kicks, teeps, the whole night, you name it, to the body. And I mean, Frevola is like reacting to every one of those body shots, hurt, reacting to the body shots, like like wincing and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So Kyle Nelson gets a clear win here. Man, that must, I would have been very upset if I was Kyle Nelson. He wasn't even tripping, like after the fight, when DC was interviewing him, he wasn't even tripping. I would have been mad as shit. Like, yo, you just took away a potential bonus from me, bro. I would have been in that ref's face, like asking him, like, yo, what's your deal, dude? I'm just kidding. Maybe, like, listen, but you, like, something's got to be, like, you know what I mean? Like, they got to tighten up the reffing. Nut shots everywhere. They're not taking points here on certain nut shots, and they're taking points here on other nut shots. They're stepping in before the round's over, then saying it's not over. And it's like, come on, bro. You stepped in and called a fight off. You know what I mean? That fight should have ended in a KO for Kyle Nelson. And you know what? I picked Matt Frevola to win, so maybe that's why I'm pissed off right now. I was 6-7 on picks tonight. It was a horrible night. On to the next fight. We got Kyle Prepolec versus a Jourdain. Man, dude, this fight was wild because Drew Dober comes out in the first round, and Drew Dober he wins the first round. He's landing that left hook, early and often. I think Drew Dober won the first round clearly. Kyle Prepolec, though, surprised me. Comes back in the second round, is landing hard shots. I think he even dropped Drew Dober in the second round. I really think he dropped Drew Dober in the second round. I can't remember. I have to go back and look. But I think he drops Drew Dober in the second round and wins the second round. Right? But here we go again. Freaking Drew Dober comes out with a nut shot in the third round. And the ref takes a point. Now, the fight's very, very close. And I think Drew Dober knows this. The fight's very, very close. And the ref's like, yo, look, I'm going to take a point. Because that really, like, Kyle Prepolec fell to his knees just like Kevin Holland fell to his knees. Like, yo, they got to stay consistent with these things. Are they not having, like, ref meetings weekly? I feel like in the NBA, the refs meet on, like, a weekly basis and talk. Like, in the UFC, they got to start doing these things. Like Kevin Holland fell to his knees. Just like when Drew Dober kicked Kyle Prepolec in the nuts, in his penis, and he fell, and he grabbed himself. And he was, like, on the ground screaming, bloody murder. The ref took a point for that. You feel me? So it's like, come on, man. You don't take a point for one thing, you're not gonna take the point for next thing, right? So listen. By the way, Kyle Prepolec gets back up, and Drew Dober's like, "Oh fuck, I'm down. Oh shit, I gotta win this fight," and goes fucking crazy. Like, you ever watch Dragon Ball Z, like the old days when Goku was fighting Frieza? And I forgot what the fuck Frieza did to piss off Goku. And Goku just goes, ah, 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 and then his hair turned gold and he turned Super Saiyan and he went fucking nuts and beat Frieza's ass. That's what Drew Dober did. He turned Super Saiyan and fucked Kyle Prepolec up. He's like, "Oh, you want to take a point, bitch?" And then he just beat the shit out of Kyle Prepolec and finishes him. Yeah. So good win by Drew Dober. He gets the TKO when he needed. Because honestly, he probably would have lost the fight. Maybe, potentially. Could have lost the fight. And Drew Dober was like, "I'm not doing that. We ain't going down like this. I'm not about to lose this fight. Not today, baby." And did what he had to do. And so I think that, listen, Kevin Holland didn't have that type of energy when he got his nut shot. So it's like, dude, like Kevin Holland, it's like, you just stay down, dude. Get your win. If they do a rematch, they do a rematch. But get your win, bro. You know what I mean? But good win for Drew Dober. Good way to turn it up when you had to. Good way to utilize the nut shot, knowing Kyle Prepolec was still impacted by it and saying, "You know what, fuck it, I'm going to go for broke." Good job being a vet, a crafty vet, and seeing that you needed to do that and going out and doing what you got to do to get the win. Okay? A lot of people don't like it because you hit him in the nuts, and it looked like Kyle Prepolec was actually turning the tide. It really did. Like, Kyle Prepolec won that second round. It looked like he was turning the tide. So for Drew Dober to see that and say, "Nah, bro, I'm gonna kick you in the penis, and then once you're hurt, I'm gonna utilize that to finish you." So I don't know if that was the game plan or not, but it worked to perfection. So good job for Drew Dober. On to the next fight. We got what is it? Cody Gibson versus Aoriqileng. So I got this one wrong, and I'm coming into this fight. I'm thinking, okay, you know what? They're gonna strike, and if it gets hairy on the feet, Cody Gibson's gonna take him down and win that way because he's a better grappler. Nah, bro, that's not what happened. Almost immediately into this fight, he drops Cody Gibson and knocks him the fuck out. I think it was like a right hand or a left hand. What was it again? Let me see here. Right hand on the chin. Right hand on the chin almost immediately into the fight. And I'm just like, yo. Like, I can't get none of these fights right. Like, a lot of things were just happening that, it was a fun card, don't get me wrong. A lot of finishes, especially to start. I think the first 3 fights of the night were, like, finishes. So, it was a fun card to start. But it's like, dude, man. But Aoriqileng, good win, man. He needed that, man. Good win. He needed that because I think he was on a losing streak. So, that was a good win for him. Great finish. Almost immediately into the fight. On to the next, we got Bruno Silva versus Hyung Sung Park. So, Bruno Silva, from the beginning of this fight, and I think this ended in a submission too. What was the submission? Rear naked choke. So the fight starts and Bruno Silva is just styling on this dude. Like Hyung Sung Park tried to get aggressive early. He got a takedown. He got a couple takedowns, did nothing with him. Bruno Silva got right back up. Bruno Silva just made it to where he was the aggressor. He got in and he got out. Like, Hyung Sung Park literally had nothing for him. It's like, when you watch those fights and like one guy is just clearly one step ahead the entire fight. That's what Bruno Silva did tonight. And I got this run wrong. I picked Bruno Silva to lose, but it turns out Hyung Sung Park is, not what, the prospect we thought he was before he fought Tatsuro Taira. Bruno Silva came into this fight with a great game plan. He was going to hit him. He was going to get out of range. Hit him, get out of range. Hit him, get out of range. He gets taken down. He's going to get back up. Rinse and repeat. I saw a cardio issue with Hyung Sung Park in this fight too as well. Bruno Silva just took advantage of it. Bruno Silva even got him with a blast double leg. like perfectly timed. Perfectly timed blast double leg. Gets him down, gets his back, chokes him out. Vicious rear naked choke win. Great win for Bruno Silva. I mean, I think this was going to be his third or fourth loss in a row, so he needed this. Hyung-Sung Park has to go back to the drawing board, man. It's like, there was a lot of talk about Hyung-Sung Park before he fought Tatsuro Tara, and he was a prospect and all these things. And Bruno Silva, coming into this fight, Bruno Silva's kind of been around the block a few times. He's fought a lot of fights. He's been getting finished in his last couple, so it looked like Hyung-Sung Park, who's a finisher, was gonna come in and pick up where he left off before he fought Tatsuro Tara, but that's not what happened at all. The complete opposite happened, actually. And so I think now Hyung-Sung Park has to go back to the drawing board. Bruno Silva, good win. You saved your career, I think. On to the next, we got Djorden Santos versus Danny Barlow, man. And I call this to a T. Listen, Danny Barlow, the reason why I felt the way I felt is because I knew Danny Barlow was moving up the division, and he looked filled out for the division. He looked like this is the division he belongs in. Here's the thing, though. The power didn't translate to the division. The power didn't translate from welterweight. Because he was hitting Djorden Santos with some hard left straights. Coming out in that southpaw stance that Danny Barlow fights in. And he was landing that left straight, that power hand straight, bow, over and over. Even rocked Djorden Santos in the second round badly. Had him on wobbly legs. Djorden Santos comes back in the same round, hurts Danny Barlow. Danny Barlow quit in this fight. The first round was very close. Both guys were, getting their shots off. I mean, some wild exchanges. Guys throwing hard, trying to fight ending shots, right? Second round, Danny Barlow hurts Djorden Santos early. Later in the round, Djorden Santos says, nah, bro, not today, and starts hurting Danny Barlow. But this is what I said about Djorden Santos versus Ozzy Diaz. Even in that fight, he was like, no, I'm coming. You're hurting me, but I'm coming. He did the same thing in this fight, but he broke Danny Barlow. In that third round, Danny Barlow just kind of, the demeanor was just a little bit taken back. Whereas Djorden Santos was right in his face, pressing the action, walking him down, not afraid of contact at all. You could tell one guy wanted the smoke and the other guy didn't. You could tell. You could tell in this fight. And this is Djorden Santos, and this is why I picked him to win. Danny Barlow is the better technical striker. He's a cleaner, more sharper striker. He's a better athlete. But you could tell one is more of a dog than the other. And Djorden Santos is that dog tonight. Okay? So that's why I picked Djorden Santos to win, and Djorden Santos gets it done. On to the next, we got what do we got here? Okay, Ravena Oliveira versus Stephanie Luciano. Now Stephanie Luciano is quite attractive, actually. She's very cute, like, what I'm saying, a little tiny, but what I'm saying, she's a little cutie. You know what I'm saying? I like what I was. Even Ravena Oliveira is kind of nice too. Listen, the quality of women's fighters is kind of improving, right? So see, good to look at. Good to look at, I will say. But I really like Stephanie Luciano. I'm gonna keep an eye on her for sure, if you know what I mean. Now, Stephanie Luciano, again. This was another fight where she was just one step ahead of Ravena the entire fight. Anything Ravena tried to do, she was just a step ahead of her. She was just outside the range of her strikes to be able to land her strikes. She's the rangier striker. She's the faster striker. She's the cuter of the two. Actually, they're both pretty nice, actually. I'm not going to lie. Both of them. I would like to be the ref in this fight, actually. If I was a ref in this fight, I'd be like, listen, ladies, we got to break it up. What the fuck is wrong with me, man? We got to break it up, okay? You guys are playing too rough. You know what I'm saying? Stephanie Luciano, though, man, she did a very good job, though. She has talent, man. And I knew it. When she fought Sam Hughes to that type of war, I was like, okay, this girl has You know, you could tell she was a little bit more composed in this fight too. She was a little bit more composed. She wasn't going for the kill on every shot. You know, I think, listen, she's not a power puncher or anything like that, and I think she knows that, and she's going to have to pick her shots. I think she's going to be faster than most women she fights, and she's pretty good, man. She's pretty good, and you know, she won this fight by submission, so she has a grappling game too. She took Ravena Oliveira down as well, and Ravena De Oliveira is actually coming down a weight class. She fought in I think bantamweight or something like that, and Stephanie Luciano was able to take her down, get the rear naked choke, and yeah, she looked impressive. She looked good. You know what I mean? She did look good. She looked good. That them Brazilians. She did look good, man. Physically, like fighting wise, and you know, physically, like looks wise too. She looked good everywhere. I really like. I'm gonna write her down. I'm gonna keep her on my to watch list. On to the next. What was the next fight on this card? So listen here, Azamat. So we go. Oh. My computer is not working. So we got Azamat Bekoyev versus Yusri Belgori. So listen, Yusri Belgori shut me up. He got this one right. And now I said that Yusri Belgori was gonna pepper up Azamat Bekoyev, and I thought Azamat Bekoyev was just gonna get in and get the knockout and get the takedown and just brutalize him in any way he wanted. The issue was I think Azamat Bekoyev came out too confident. He wasn't afraid of the power that was coming back his way, and he should have been. You know, Yusri Belgori, that's just kind of kept him at range, hit him with some hard, stiff jabs, hit the knees up the middle. Oh my goodness gracious, man. Very, very good win for Yusri Belgori, man. Very, very good win. I mean, those knees were so devastating. I mean, clearly the knees to the body, the jabs up top, just brutalizing Azamat Bekoyev, you know, doing what he's supposed to do as the Ranger striker, you know. So this is a good win for Yusri Belgori. This is I think Azamat was the favorite too as well. I didn't even look, but you know, a sizable favorite if I'm not mistaken. I think I heard something like that. But Yusri Belgori did good, man. You know, he has a lot of potential. I knew that, but I just thought that Azamat would be too much for him because Azamat is very good everywhere, very powerful. Submission game is strong. I thought that Azamat was going to be able to kind of impose his will. You know, and he tried too early. He tried to walk him down, but he was just getting brutalized. I mean, you saw the damage after the first, second, and third round. He was getting brutalized, man. He got finished. You know, and this is a very, very impressive victory for Yusri, and I think that Yusri is going to be something special. 6'5". He is 6'5" at middleweight, man. He's gonna be special, man. He's gonna be special, and he clearly knows how to use that range. He's not afraid. You know what? Let me say this. Buddy has a chin because I watched Azamat Bekoyev crack him with a mean overhand right, and he ate it. Yum, ate it. So I think that you know, he showed that he's a dog in a way. You know, he could take a punch, and he was lighting Azamat Bekoyev the fuck up the entire fight, lighting his ass up. So this was a good win for Yusri, and I think Yusri has a lot of potential to go far. I don't know how far, but this is a very, very impressive win over a very, very tough opponent. So on to the next one. This is the last fight that I have to break down. This is the first fight of the night, and this was the you know, first women's fight of the night. This one ended in a finish as well, man. Melissa Croden versus Tainara Lisboa. Now, I did say this, that the women have been fighting on a different level, and especially the women coming over from different promotions. Like, Melissa Croden got a finish tonight. And Tainara made it tough early. Tainara early was landing the better shots. She was getting the better of the grappling exchanges in the first round. She was doing better than Melissa Croden, but Melissa Croden is a big, strong woman. This is a very big, large woman. muscle bound. I mean, she's huge. She's a huge woman, man. And I think she just, at some point, she was just like, fuck this, and just started throwing. She's like, I'm not gonna let this smaller woman, I'm gonna start throwing punches, and I'm gonna start connecting, because my punches are gonna hit harder. I can take her punches, she can't take mine. She hurt Tainara in the second round badly, split her open, busted her whole shit up, and then in the third round just came out right away and just started pressing her, beating her up, beating the shit out of her, man, in the first round. And yeah, she just did what she was supposed to do, man, in this fight. You know, as a bigger, stronger, more physically imposing woman. I mean, she's a very large woman, you know. And she finishes Tainara Lisboa in the third round. Very impressive, you know. The women that have been coming over, I think she used to fight in the LFA or whatever. The women that have been coming over, man, they're doing their thing, you know. They're doing their thing. Much better than the men that come over from other promotions, to be honest, if you think about it. You know, they're doing much better. They're winning at a much higher rate. And yeah. So, anyways, that is all I got, man. Wild night. Brendan Allen with the insane, dominant victory. You know what I'm saying? For Brendan Allen. Wild card. A lot of finishes. There should have been even more finishes. Like Kyle Nelson should have. I mean, there should have been what? There's 9 finishes tonight. I think there should have been 10. You know what I mean? Because that Kyle Nelson fight was really weird. The nut shots got to get under control. The refs got to like have some sort of weekly meeting or some shit, man. They got to just do something about these. It's like, dude, if someone lands a nut shot like that, you need to just stop. Like, take a damn point, man. Eye pokes and all this shit. Like, it's like we got to put a stop to these things that are happening. So, anyways, it's your boy, the MMA Mechanic. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this card, man. Let me know what you think about Brendan Allen, man. I mean, seriously, what's the best path forward for the middleweight division now? Because he just threw a major wrench into everyone's game plan. Everybody was thinking, oh, Reinier De Ridder, yeah, he's going to fight DDP and he's going to fight Hamza. And no, he's not. But he may fight Hamzat, but he will get absolutely fucking destroyed by Hamzat. Now we know. Anthony Hernandez would run through Reinier De Ridder. You had a cardio issue with Brendan Allen? Imagine what Anthony Hernandez would do to you, bruh. They would have had to walk you out on a stretcher tonight if it was Anthony Hernandez in there. You would have been walked out on a stretcher tonight. You were lucky it wasn't Anthony Hernandez. Anyways, that's all I got. Until next time, cheers.